Internet, hello you lovelies. I am just walking out of Tron Ares here at glorious IMAX headquarters. And as I always say, with big spectacle blockbusters, I definitely think a movie in this space, in this genre, in this form should be seen in its proper format. IMAX is the way to see Tron Ares. It is big, it is loud, it is bombastic, it is made for this format. This is going to be a non-spoiler review about the movie itself. This is going to be about Tron Ares without spoilers. There are some context things that are only in the trailers, like you get a sense of some of the things I'll talk about in the trailers, but overall this is going to be a non-spoiler review for Tron Ares. If you're new to this page, please hit that subscription bell. I cover movies, I cover TV, I cover lots and lots of comics. I do a lot in the genre space, so if that's your cup of tea, please hit that subscription bell, hit the like in this video to help it grow in the algorithm. Gonna be talking about algorithms, and please leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think of the Tron franchise, what you're looking forward to in Tron Ares, if you've seen it, what you thought of the experience. So let's talk about Tron Ares. Okay, so I talked to a number of people as I was leaving that really enjoyed it. I personally had a very tricky experience of feeling very cold and very removed from a lot of this film. Now, the movie itself is a visual wonder. That's why I think you should see it in IMAX if you're going to see it, because it is full of very dynamic imagery. There's a lot of use of very bold color and light cycles and action, and it's well choreographed, and all the things you want from the visual element of Tron are absolutely here. There's a lot of cool use of technology. There's a lot of cool ideas posited. Again, all of those Tron things are totally here. Then the other thing I like most, other than the visuals, is the soundtrack. Now, we're front-loading positivity here, but you can't tell this wasn't exactly my cup of tea. But the other thing I really did love, and the lead of this film to me, the star of this movie is Nine Inch Nails. This is a movie that is scored masterfully by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. This follows in incredible footsteps of Daft Punk for the second one, and a really fun 80s synth vibe for the first one. Daft Punk set a really high bar for what a soundtrack can be with the second one. This follows, and in my opinion, because I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, I'm a very casual Daft Punk fan, but that soundtrack's a banger, but a huge Nine Inch Nails fan. I have so many of their albums, and I have so many of their like smaller mixtapes that spin off and remix their albums. Like, I'm a big fan. This is an incredible use of Nine Inch Nails, and it's an incredible score. It's got so much emotion. It's got so much heart. That is the lead of the film in a positive way. Now let's talk about the leads of the film. This is a movie wherein Jared Leto is well cast as an AI entity. He is well cast as something very tense and robotic and a bit sterile and stiff. And that is not necessarily a jab in this case at Jared Leto. I think he is at times an incredible actor. Jared Leto is so good in Requiem for a Dream. He is incredible in Lord of War. This is a dude that won an Oscar and deserved it for Dallas Buyers Club. Here, he is playing an AI, and he is a at times method actor, and he is someone that is doing that well. But when you're making a film where you follow an artificial intelligence entity and you're supposed to connect at a human level, it's really hard to connect as a human to something that isn't human, that is trying to get you to like an entity we shouldn't. It is effectively AI propaganda. This is a movie that is trying to get you to empathize, sympathize, and identify with artificial intelligence. And I just, as a foundation of what a film is, this is a movie that is using art to espouse something that is inherently anti-art. It is a movie that is trying to get you to connect emotionally to something that is inherently unemotional. And at times it is able to use decent writing and moments that are going to connect you to the concepts. But every time an AI emotes, and every time there's anything about emotion and those concepts, it doesn't quite work. And by the time you get to a point where you're supposed to feel more than just, oh, it's a cool visual and all those things, it kind of undermines everything. And on top of that, there's a ton of characters that are often either by themselves or just with one person. Evan Peters is by himself a lot, and it feels almost like a COVID movie at times where there are people just acting kind of solo or with one other person, and it's an odd thing when you start to notice that there's a lot of just bubbles of experience, and that kind of feels like the movie. There's a lot of one-on-one and one-on-none and sterileness, and I really wanted to like more of these actors. I really wanted to connect to more of these performers, and I think there is a good idea in there somewhere, but not as strong as the visuals. I think there is a search for meaning and a search for a concept we've seen before, but it's really weird that it's coming from a pro-AI, pro-inhuman perspective. And again, I'm not getting into the third act. I'm not getting into things that would spoil the experience. This is all very clear from the trailer, but it is something where they just take some leaps and all of a sudden you're supposed to feel a certain way and a certain chemistry and a certain connection. And I personally didn't. And I personally kept finding myself going like, oh, the song is cool. Oh, the score is awesome. Oh, that visual is great. Oh, I love the directing of this action. But never once did I think, oh, I love this idea. I love this connection. I love this emotion I'm feeling. I love this, believability of something sci-fi. It kind of undermines a lot of other sci-fi, and it kind of does the thing where like, in West Hollywood right now, there's robots walking around, like surveillance robots that have rainbow flags on them, and they're saying like memeable things, and it's cute and endearing, and TikTokers are filming them and going like, haha, isn't it funny? This feels like that, the movie. Trying to normalize a very not normal thing and trying to endear you to something and mean something, but with stakes and action and human connection that isn't really there. Like Gillian Anderson couldn't save some of the human connection that was lacking here, and I think Evan Peters is a great actor. I already praised Jared Leto, and I think, I forget her first name, Lee, she's incredible in Past Lives, like so special in Past Lives. I think Past Lives is one of the most human movies I've seen in a long time. I think Past Lives is amazing. She has moments here, but overall, there are moments where actors just like wait for the frame and then like do an action. There's a lot of weird like mugging the camera and a lot of moments that feel like it's to be dynamic and the dynamic's not there. And then Jodie Turner-Smith, who's legitimately one of my like dream Storm fan castings, who I think is so worthy of a franchise. She's playing someone that never gets to play. She's playing an entity that is arguably more on brand for what Jared Leto would have been doing, and actually is somehow more believable, but it doesn't ever let you endear yourself to Jodie Turner-Smith or even to human entities like Gillian Anderson or Evan Peters. So these are all actors I like in a movie that I should like, in a visual spectacle that I want to like, and with a score I do like that never feels like the peanut butter and jelly go together. So it did not work for me. I give it a 2 out of 5 if I'm looking at like, my scale's crazy because I don't give 5 stars, but if a 4.5 is an A 4 is a B plus, A minus, a 4 is a B, 3.5 is 3.5 is a B. Anyway, this is 2 stars, which is to me like a D. Like there is watchability, there are things that work for me in it, but not enough to really merit anything but the spectacle and the visual and all the cool things that come with seeing something. And again, in IMAX will give you that rush. And if you're going to see it, I do think Dolby or IMAX, but especially IMAX, there's a lot of really cool like expansion and wonder in those things. So, I am at IMAX headquarters. I will get some crap for shilling, but I am honestly, even if I wasn't here, would say that this is something to be seen in IMAX for the sake of the experience. But the movie itself wasn't really for me. I like Tron Legacy quite a bit. I like the first Tron quite a bit, especially looking back at the advancements they were able to do. There's nothing in this that is so advanced visually that it warrants the lack of story, and that is something that I can't really forgive. I do love Jeff Bridges though, and he has been revealed to be in this movie, and he is so human that those scenes are the most human in the movie, and they elevate everything because Jeff Bridges is perhaps the ultimate human. So I love Jeff Bridges. I love the human element when it works, and I really wish there was a way to say more positives, but I really kind of just ran out. So hopefully you like it more than I did. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Please leave a like on this video, even if we disagree on the experience, just to help the algorithm. And hit that subscription bell if you don't mind. And I'd love to know your thoughts. Maybe I'm just being cynical. Maybe I just hate AI so much that it corrupted my whole experience. But I fucking love Nine Inch Nails. So there's that. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.